Why is it that we've had a CG Smurfs, Charlie Brown, there's even a Scooby-Doo movie that's in the works that's in CG, and we have a Sonic the Hedgehog coming out next week or this week in CG, but we do not have a CG Thundercats. There is something really wrong with this. I was just thinking it's about time to do a video about a cartoon that I grew up watching and a lot of you guys grew up watching, especially if you grew up around a certain era, called Thundercats. Man, Thundercats was a really cool show back in the day that came out, and it was fantastic. If you lived during that era, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But today I'm going to talk about what if there was a CG Thundercats, and I'm going to give you my breakdown as far as who the actors should be, what it should look like. We're going to talk about it. But first, before we get into that, if you're new to this channel, and if you like the content that I produce, and if you just want to be notified every time I produce a new video, guess what? All you got to do is hit that notification bell right next to subscribe. I promise you, man, you'll be notified every time I produce a new video on this channel. Also, man, don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter at DeMille Hunt in one of these little corners down here. Don't forget to hit like, man. Share this video. Tell your friends about Downtime with DeMille. Got a lot of great content on here. And all you got to do is check the channel out and see it for yourself. Anyway, I'm going to get into this theme of today's video, man. This is going to be, what if there was a CG Thundercats? Just think about that for a moment. We've already had the cartoon Thundercats. We've had the cartoon remake of Thundercats. We even had a CG leaked test footage of what was supposed to be a Thundercats movie that was scheduled for around 2010. Never materialized. And it's just been, man, if you like the Thundercats, I mean, this is something that honestly I'm just scratching my head as to why we don't have this in 2020. It makes no sense at all. So anyway, I have a pitch of sorts of who should actually star in Thundercats. If they were to do a CG Thundercats, I'm going to tell you who my director is. I'm going to tell you who the cast is, who the villain is. We're going to get into all of that. So I would say to start off with, man, if you're going to have a CG Thundercats, you got to have James Gunn directing this movie. James Gunn is known for doing sci-fi movies, especially with superhero characters. You've seen him do 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies. He's in the process of doing Suicide Squad 2. And I mean, he just seems like a natural. You can't tell me that with his experience and his cachet, he would not be able to produce a really good movie and have a really good vision for this movie. Now, we're getting into who I think the stars of this movie of Thundercats should be. I'm gonna really have to use some concentration.
Give me sight beyond sight.
Okay, so here we go. Lion-O. I have the star for Lion-O to be Chris Pratt. I just think that Chris Pratt would do a great job as Lion-O for this movie. Chris Pratt, he's known to be funny, but he can also be serious if he needs to be. You've seen that in Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. I mean, he has that in him if he needs to go to that level. But I do hope that if he were to be cast for this, that you would see that playfulness come out of him as well, because some of that was exhibited in the old Thundercats. So I think you should have some of that characteristic or some of that personality of Chris Pratt in here as well as Lion-O. Now, I have Ryan Reynolds playing Tigra, a dual role actually, voicing. Oh, let me say this real quick. This is going to be completely CG. So this is not going to be live action. This is just going to be completely CG. So these actors and actresses, they're providing the voices for these characters. So they don't have to do live action or anything like that. They're just doing the voices. And I think these actors will do a really good job providing the voices for these characters. So anyway, as I was saying, Ryan Reynolds, I believe that Ryan Reynolds would be great as Tigra in a dual role and also voicing Snarf. We've all seen Ryan Reynolds do the cute, cuddly characters like Detective Pikachu. You mean to tell me that he can't do Snarf? Come on now. Snarf? I can see him doing that. I can see him being convincing in that role. You could also make the argument that Ryan Reynolds and also Chris Pratt could be interchangeable between Lion-O and Tigra. So if Chris Pratt doesn't work as Lion-O, you could use Ryan Reynolds and vice versa. But I think Ryan Reynolds could do definitely Tigra and Snarf. Cheetara. She is one of my favorite Thundercats just because of her speed, man. She was really, really fast. And I think there's someone who is very popular and very well known who would really help her out and provide a great voice for this character. And that is Gal Gadot. We all know she's famous for Wonder Woman, but I guarantee you she could do a good job voicing this character. Look, Gal Gadot has experience voicing animated characters. She voiced Wreck-It Ralph 2. She voiced a character that actually looked just like her. If you've ever seen Wreck-It Ralph 2, they were trying to steal this car. I believe, no, it was something else. I forgot. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. Anyway, the main thing is Gal Gadot voiced a character in that movie and it was perfect. I believe that she would do a great job as Cheetara for a CG Thundercats. I really believe that. And I hope that it happens. I hope the right people are watching this so y'all can make this happen. Okay, Jaga. I got Patrick Stewart voicing Jaga. I think it would work, man, because Jaga is that older, wise mentor. Come on. Professor Xavier was not that older, wise mentor to the X-Men. Come on. I know he would be perfect for this. Patrick Stewart, Jaga. Gotta do it. And that's saving, and as far as the Thundercats goes, that's saving my best for last, man. You know I was not going to forget Panthro. Look, originally, back in the day, Panthro was voiced by the great Earl Hyman. Rest in peace. And he did an outstanding job. But what I really liked about what Earl Hyman brought to Panthro, Earl Hyman brought that smooth, suave, experienced Thundercat, you know, that just brought the muscle, the military gear to the Thundercats, and he was just really smooth with it. And I was thinking, who would be a great actor to voice a CG 2020 Panthro? I'm a little split on this because I feel like you could go in one or two ways. You could either go Jamie Foxx because he could do it, but my preference would be Morgan Freeman. Wow. How about Morgan Freeman as Panthro? Does Morgan Freeman not have that smooth, cool, confident voice similar to what Earl Hyman had back in the day? Seriously, it could happen. While we're on the subject of Morgan Freeman being a good choice for this movie, how about maybe a slight redesign of the Thunder Tank? Maybe, just maybe, we don't have to redesign it from scratch, but I'm saying let's have it reminiscent of a certain vehicle. You know, just a little bit. Let's keep the claws on the front, you know, where the claws on the Thunder Tank are like this. Let's keep that part right there. But what about maybe getting rid of those treads and making the back of the Thunder Tank like this? I'm just saying it could probably work. I think it would be good. Now, that leaves me with my villain, which would be Mum-Ra. So with Mum-Ra, I have that being Hugo Weaving. Hugo Weaving would do a great job with this role, man. Hugo Weaving, he's done voices for, Megatron, the Red Skull. You could see Hugo Weaving saying like, "Ancient spirits of evil, transform this decayed soul into Mum-Ra, the ever living." Tell me Hugo Weaving could not do that. There's probably other actors that would probably do a better job. Hugo Weaving was just the one that I came up with and I thought would do a really good job. So that's my cast for the Thundercats if it were done in CG. Now, as far as the look and feel, you got a glimpse of what Thundercats could look like back in 2010 because they leaked test footage of what it was supposed to be like, but it just never materialized. And when you look at that, you kind of get the idea, okay, I see where you're going. I see, the look and the feel that you're going for. But check this out. What if you took it to another level? What if you made the environment reminiscent of what you would see in terms of realism, like the Lion King? The Lion King environment. Ultra high photorealistic CG for this movie and for these characters. I just feel like, man, this would look fantastic. This would look so dope if you have a all CG Thundercats. They're all voiced by these actors. A-list actors. Everybody that I named here is an A-list actor performing these roles. I'm just saying, I believe, man, this could be outstanding. And you couple that with a CG environment that was reminiscent to what you saw in The Lion King, and you get someone like James Gunn to direct this movie. Wow. We have what could be a potential blockbuster, and dare I say, a blockbuster franchise. And I'm just saying, I hope the right people are watching to make this happen. Bring us the Thundercats. I need to hear it. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. Oh! They got to do it, man, and I hope they do it. So all I'm going to ask you guys to do, if you like the Thundercats, if you grew up during that time where you really enjoyed watching this and you're like me and want to see a CG Thundercats, look, share this video. Hashtag it on Instagram, man. Thundercats. You never know. You never know who may see this video, and you never know who it gets to the right people. And if enough people do it in time, who knows? Some of these thoughts just may come to fruition. Now, here's the thing. I want to say this. With this video, this was just what I thought would be a good idea for cast and look and things like that. If you've got other ideas, hey, that's fine. And you know what I want you to do? Post your ideas on what you think Thundercats should be down in the comments below. Let's have a conversation about it. Guys, thank you so much for spending the time to watch this video. This has been a video I've been wanting to do for a little while. I just haven't had the time to do it, but I figured I would go ahead and do it today. So here it is. This is my take on what a CG Thundercats would look like. So leave your comments down below, man. Let's talk about it. Again, don't forget, man, on the way out, hit that like button, share this video, tell your friends about Downtime with DeMille. And also, man, remember, it is almost the weekend. Yes, it is almost Friday, and I'm so excited. Look, man, enjoy this day. Go out and do something fun. Get ready for the weekend. Be safe. If you can see this video, man, you are truly, truly blessed. And as I always say, what are you gonna do in your downtime? Peace. Subscribe.